Hey everybody, the purpose of this little clip is to show you some typical components in an early childhood environment. So here's an entryway. We have kind of a sad garden. There are aprons there. Those are for water play. You can see a water play table. It's after school, so the water play table has been sanitized and it's upside down there. We have a shade area and a little picnic table. There's some water play tables there also. We have a swing set. Underneath is sand because that's very economical here. You might think about what we would need to do to make this more accessible to a child in a wheelchair, if that's the kind of condition that your child has. There's a playhouse, and behind that, let me see if I can zoom in to show you the bike path. There's a tricycle path there, and so children ride their trikes there. There's a wagon right there. Let's see, here we go. We got a basketball net, a little slide, a little ladder and slide, and this is the new climbing structure that we just got a couple months ago. And there is a transfer platform. If there was a child in a wheelchair, see next to this red slide, there is a transfer platform, so a child could pull themselves up. And we have a great climbing structure. Climbing structures are made like this now, so that children can be on top, because they will go on top anyway. And they have handholds so that they can hang on and not get severe groin injuries if they happen to slip. So less chance of them slipping since they have the handholds. We also have a great Milo tree, and we do allow children to climb this tree. And there's a rope swing there that they can swing on, and a little picnic table. Next, I'm going to take you inside. Sand and water play in our environment happens outdoors. We have a lot of outdoor space, and we have a lot of sand, and we bring out water. So that's where the sand and water play happen. I also want to show you that our art easels are outside because we are in Hawaii. We can be outdoors. Bye! And right now you don't see any paints or paper, but when the children are here, there are paints and paper on these easels. And so it is outdoors, kind of under a tree. So it's a nice environment to be painting in. The daily schedule is posted right by the door, so you can see that they arrive in the morning and they can play outdoors. We have a short group time, do hand washing and breakfast and toothbrushing. And then we have music and indoor learning centers and art activities. And we do finger plays and songs and go outside. And after outdoor play, we come in for stories, hand washing, lunch, and again toothbrushing. Then there's a rest time. And then hand washing and snack time. And this center is open just till 3:20, so the last part of the day, they're indoors and outdoors. Okay, so we're coming into the classroom. You can see the tables that are used for eating and for artwork and for Play-Doh. And that shelf that you're seeing there is where we have art supplies, paper, crayons, collage, clipboards, markers, glue, scissors, all that kind of stuff is there. If we come this way, we have some discovery areas. We have the Play-Doh. There are magnifying glasses on this shelf, and magnets, and exploring magnetism with these objects in a sealed board. And there's Play-Doh toys and Play-Doh, and here are seashells for children to explore and make patterns with and touch. You'll see bathrooms, restrooms in early childhood programs. There are 2 in this center that are child-size toilets, so they're very low to the ground, so for these children they don't need a stool to reach the toilet, although they do need a stool to reach the sink, which even though it's lower than normal, is still a little bit high for many of them. You'll typically see cubbies or some place for children to keep their belongings. Here they have their sleeping mats, and right next to that crate you see is what they call the mailbox, and notices for parents and things go home there, and sometimes children can put their things in their mailbox. Here is the area where we have a lot of fine motor toys, so there are puzzles, various kinds of Lego-like or materials where you can put things together, different kinds of puzzles, a shape box. Let me go to the other side. Here we go with more shapes. These are magnet blocks, and this is also a metal board, and there are magnet foam blocks that can go on there. We have lacing activities with alphabet, puzzles, bean bags, more manipulatives. So this is the area where they would play with them, and here's a table where they would use all of those. The group area has a rocking chair, adult-sized rocking chair for teachers to sit on and read stories. There are musical instruments on this shelf, and there's quite a big area for dancing and doing group activities. That's a helper chart, an attendance chart, and a weather chart. Here's the block area. Right now we have a dollhouse in the block area and a lot of little people that they can use in the dollhouse, and they take everywhere else. The blocks you see there have photos of the children, and each child is represented on a block, and that stays up all year, and they use them in various ways. We also have hollow blocks. These are bigger blocks, and the children really use the hollow blocks quite a bit. Here's a view of the dramatic play area. The dramatic play area has furniture, tables, chairs. Right now on the shelf we have lots of different plastic foods and little bags and everything. So this is a dramatic play area. And around this way we have more books on the shelf for children to look at and enjoy. On the walls you'll see songs. There's also children's art. These chains have to do with a project about reading books that they've been doing. There are a lot of photos of the children and their families. So it's all at the children's eye level so that they can enjoy all of this. This is the library area. So we have books on the shelf, a little low couch. There's also a cozy spot for children to sit and look at books or play with friends.